Well, I mean, I suppose when you initially think of it, you might not necessarily think that a race car driver is, why would he be able to teach you how to drive safely on the road? But what we do on the racetrack throughout the entire race, every time we're out there, is we learn, we're handling a race car when the car's borderline out of control, and we're holding onto it and we're correcting it and we're driving it like that all the way through, and that's obviously how we race. In that kind of situation, most drivers aren't properly trained how to react and how to handle a car.
I think being a professional racing driver, it gives us, we have a lot of experience in all different kinds of cars and at all different kinds of speeds. It's good to experience what high speed will do and the dangers of it, so we can tell kids to avoid that and to drive safely.
I think the real advantage of being a professional race car driver is understanding that I have a lot of experience driving lots of different cars at different speeds. And when you're a teenager and you start driving on the road, you don't have that experience. So the biggest thing for them to get out of being with this program with Miles Ahead is that they're going to get real hands-on experience in a safe environment. So there's no danger, of anything bad happening. And it's better for them to spin out here on the skid pan than out on the roads. Yeah, my main course is the distracted driving. It's my favorite course because I think it incorporates a lot of current issues today when it comes to driving on the road and smartphones and all this kind of social media stuff. And it's really, again, about giving them that experience, because not only do we distract them, but then we get them to replicate the same course with no distractions, and then that's when they drive perfectly stress-free. And again, that's the experience that we want to leave them with.
This is, some of the rewarding parts of the program is when you get a driver that's only just recently passed their driving test and only just got their license. They're very inexperienced and they've never really, know how to change the course of the car so much, and you can see them, when they start off on the obstacle course, that, knocking cones over and stuff like that. That's what we want to try and avoid. And really, the one student I had, was really not good at this, and it was great to see the improvement during the day and just see them grow as a driver and learn these experiences that otherwise they would take in months and maybe even years to learn and become that, much better driver that they were at the end of the day. I mean, this is the motorsport capital of the world. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway has so much history here, over 100 years of racing. I mean, that's, incredible. You can feel the history when you come in here.
Yeah, the real value is to me, is really not only about teaching skills, driving skills. Of course, we will be doing that during the program, and that will prepare them better in case they have an emergency and they'll know what to do, how to react. But to me, it's really about the experience being here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, having a really great car for them to drive the Mini, and really have the race car drivers. Everybody believes, I think, many people do, that race car drivers are crazy, but actually we are not. And I think the message to the young drivers, in fact, from us, is to say we love speed, yes, but we don't do it on the road. That's crazy to drive fast on the road. That doesn't make any sense. I think the parents are very happy about us talking to their kids. I think a kid typically will. Of course, they expect parents to tell them to be careful. That's how it's been since the beginning, since they were very small kids. And I think for a parent, when it's time for the teen to drive, I think it's a natural thing for them to say, be careful. Whatever they say, I think that the teens are not, they would expect it anyway, so I don't think they pay that much attention to what they say as far as safety on the road. And I think, again, being race car drivers and telling them, to their kids, how to be careful and be responsible, I think that has much more credibility, and I think they pay more attention to us. A young guy who has a lot of skills doing the exercise does not prove to me that he will be a smart driver on the road. So it's really, we are very careful about not creating a competition among them. That's not the goal. We don't want anybody to be intimidated, and in fact we want them to be comfortable and really learn something.
Yes, well, the fantastic thing about Miles Ahead program, and what I was getting back from the teen drivers when I was instructing them in the car, was how engaged they really were and how eager they were to learn about what I was teaching them. I think it's something that they've never had before. They've never had this kind of tuition, and being at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and driving a nice Mini is, together with professional racing car drivers, they really respect that, and they really listen to what we had to say. So their understanding and how engaged they really were was just fantastic.
Most of the kids we get have just got their license, so when they come here they're maybe a bit nervous, a bit timid, but that soon goes away because every time they get in a car they have an instructor in the car with them, and they really get familiar with the car. And on top of that, throughout the day we get to know the kids, we get to form a relationship and tell our story. We're just able to pass our message of the differences between going fast and safety of driving on the road.
I'm Ted Warner, and I'm the co-founder of Miles Ahead, but I'm also a parent of 2 teenage drivers. And as such, I know sometimes it's difficult to be taken seriously when you talk about the dangers of driving to your kids. So one of the things that's effective about Miles Ahead is we use professional race car drivers to be that extra voice and influence in their lives, and who better to listen to than professional race car drivers at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So we hope that you'll join us here at Miles Ahead. Come to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, have a chance to drive these beautiful Mini Coopers, and we think this will be a pretty memorable experience for both yourself and your child, and they'll always remember why they came to Miles Ahead. Thanks.